So Microsoft finally unveiled the new Xbox coming out later this year at E3. Now nobody was surprised when they announced it because we already knew as a community and as gamers and as tech enthusiasts that Microsoft was going to unveil a new console sometime at E3 this year because rumors were spreading around all over the internet that they were going to release a new console. And what did Microsoft do? They did release a new console. Now it's not called the Xbox One Scorpio, but who would really want to call it the Xbox One Scorpio? Most consoles, before they release, if the rumors are spreading around, are going to have a different name. Like, for example, the Nintendo Switch wasn't called the Nintendo Switch for the year and a half before people were talking about it. It was actually called the Nintendo NX. Everyone was calling it the NX. So I'm not surprised they weren't going to call it the Scorpio, Xbox One Scorpio, somewhere along the lines of that. So now we have also the official name, we have a release date, and we have a price tag for this monster. It's going to be called the Xbox One X. I don't know about the name, but that's the actual name for the console, the Xbox One X. It's coming out, I think, November the 7th, 2017. So it's coming out at the end of this year. And alongside that, I think October 3rd is the release date, we are going to be getting Forza Motorsport 7. Now, the cool thing about Forza Motorsport 7 that Microsoft claims that it'll play native 4K 60 frames per second on the Xbox One X. Now we really don't know for sure if you actually play, if the frame rates will dip or the performance won't be too good, but we are getting Forza Motorsport 7 in true native 4K 60 frames per second. If you can do native 4K 60 frames per second, that will be amazing. I'm not going to say for sure if a lot of PS4 Pro games play in native 4K. I don't think a lot of PS4 Pro games or PS4 games that are playing on the Pro can play in native 4K. So I think this might be one of the few games that play in native 4K. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure most games on the PS4 Pro actually are only upscaled to 2K, 1440p. Those 4K resolutions are not true 4K games. But then again, the Xbox One X is obviously more powerful than the PS4 Pro. I was going to say most likely, but no, obviously it's more powerful than the PS4 Pro. So that's why I can probably play games. Will every game be able to be played on the new Xbox One X at 4K 60 frames per second? Is that possible? It may be possible, it may not be possible, and also Microsoft may have restrictions to say a lot of games have to work on the older console because this is not a true sequel to the Xbox. The Xbox One console is actually just a midlife cycle for the console, so they'll probably make sure developers make games compatible with both systems. So we don't know if every game is going to be native 4K 60. Of course, it would be badass if every game was 4K native 4K 60 frames across the board, but even native 4K 30 frames per second still would be pretty killer from that device. Also, they did announce that a lot of older games will be getting updated to take advantage of the Xbox One X, just like the PS4 Pro gives patches to games that aren't really made to be played in those higher resolutions and those higher frame rates. That's what they're going to allow current games on the Xbox One to be played on the Xbox One X. Also, they did state that old Xbox original games are coming to backwards compatibility. I actually heard on the internet from a lot of people or some websites, don't quote me on this, but I heard that Xbox compatibility, people don't actually use it as much as we thought they did. Only like less than like 2% of gamers actually use that. So you may only play it for 20 minutes here, 15 minutes here, but you don't play it on the regular. And the most played backwards compatibility game is going to be Black Ops 2. I think most people do play Black Ops 2 when it comes to backwards compatibility, but I don't blame them. Black Ops 2 is a very fine game. So those are some of the announcements that Microsoft did. They also talked about some games, some other stuff, but nothing really interesting and nothing I really thought I needed to talk about in this video. If you want to look up the rest of it, you can go ahead and look up the rest of it in the internet. If I find anything interesting, I'll let you guys know. But those are the big news from Microsoft's E3 press conference, and those are some awesome news. We finally know the actual price tag of the system. Before I head out of the video, I actually forgot to tell you guys the price tag of the actual system. So that's a good thing I did not leave this video. So the price tag of the system, the Xbox One X, coming out sometime this year, actually November 7th. I don't know why I'm saying sometime this year. We know the release date, November 7th. But it's going to cost you $500. Now that's the same price as what the original Xbox One came out in 2013. That was the actual price. But again, they gave you a Kinect in the box for the $500. Actually, I don't think that's too bad. That's a little bit top end, but a lot of people were expecting maybe $630, and honestly, I was expecting that as well. So to be only $100 more than I think the PS4 Pro, and it has obviously better specs. And if games can play in true 4K 60, then it might be worth it to spend that extra $100 bones for the Xbox One X. Honestly, we'll have to see about it and see if how good the games look, and really get our hands on the Xbox One X to really try out the system and things like that. I'm just really hoping from Microsoft that Microsoft is going to give us that one killer app or one killer game that's going to blow us out the water, because right now, personally, me, as far as I'm looking around, I'm trying to get as much news as I can on Microsoft's side, because I'm not biased again, and I'm really looking around, because I am actually excited, believe it or not. I might actually end up picking up this console if there's actually stuff to play on that. Hopefully, there is that one killer game that I'm going to go berserker on, and I'm really going to enjoy and really going to love. Hopefully they announce something that I'm actually interested in. Just to say the game's playing 4K, even 4K 60, that's not enough for me. I want games. I want really good exclusive games for Xbox and for Microsoft. If they can pull that out, then I'm going to be a very happy camper. But anyway, guys, that's the news from Microsoft's E3 press conference, some stuff they just announced. Anyway, guys, peace out. I'll see you guys later in my next video. I'm out, guys.